Hello, and welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. I'm your host, MaryCatherine Neal, and today we have another new team member to introduce you to, our newest producer, Jalissa.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How's it going today?
It's going. We're a little sleepy, but I'm trying to get that energy up. But overall, good vibes.
Good
vibes.
Good. We love good vibes. So full disclosure, I met Jalissa when she came to tour, when she was interested in coming here.
Which I think was over a month ago.
So this is the second time we've spoken. So we're all just getting to know Jalissa today. But I'm so glad you're here because I thought I scared you off.
No.
Because we were in the middle of my show and something happened. And here's a tidbit I don't know if I've ever shared, but we be yelling sometimes.
It happens to the best of us.
No. Yeah. When something messes up, it's oh man, I worked all morning on that. It's so frustrating. So I was so glad to see your face.
You're good. You didn't scare me off. I'm just all right, it's one of those days. It happens. And after it happens, you just kind of have to shake it off.
Yes.
And you're okay, next day, we're going to start all over. We're not even going to think about the past. And we're just going to keep moving forward.
Exactly.
So I totally understand.
Thank you. I'm so glad.
Yes.
So Jalissa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm originally from Richmond. Cute. I went to Midlothian High School.
Lovely.
Yes. And then after I went to Midlo, I went to Bridgewater College, which is about 2 hours away. And
it's beautiful, too.
It's absolutely
stunning.
Gorgeous. And for anyone that doesn't know where that is, it's 15 minutes from JMU. So up in the mountains. And now that we're in fall weather, it's about to be absolutely breathtaking.
Yes.
And then after that, I got a job in Augusta, Georgia, working as a news producer for 2 years. And now I'm back home, and I'm just so happy to be back in the RVA.
That's awesome. So did the job bring you back home, or was it more I want to be home with family? Where can I find a job here?
It was more so I wanted to be back home with family.
Yeah.
Even though, I had my life down there, I made friends, I had, my own schedule and routine. I'm just yeah, I really miss home. I miss being around my mom. I miss being around, some of my best friends here. So I'm just okay, I need to come back.
Nothing beats being at home.
True.
And that's coming from the girl who has never left home.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I just wanted to see, can I make it on my own being 7 hours, 6.5 hours just away from everybody? And I'm just all right, I did it. I got the t-shirt, got the badge.
Yes.
I'm good to go. So yes, I'm happy to be,
that's awesome.
In my comfort zone.
Yes, that's awesome. I did that for college. That was kind of I'll go do it on my own for a little bit. And I went to Boston and I loved it. Okay. It's also beautiful up there in the fall.
And you didn't want to stay in Boston?
I did not at the moment, no. And that might have been because it was towards the end of COVID, pandemic stuff. So a lot of things were just different back then. And so I didn't want to stay up there. I came back home and I started working at a paper. I did that for a little while, a local paper. And then I came here. And it's so great to be where you're from.
Yeah.
Because you have an edge that people who aren't from around here don't have.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that when you're writing?
I do. Sometimes when we're in our afternoon meetings, they're wait, where is this? I'm just I know exactly where that is. I know what you guys are talking about. So yeah, it does feel fun to be I know this. I'm the local. I understand.
Yes, yes. So tell me a little bit more about your time in Georgia. What did you enjoy while you were down there?
Well, the interesting thing about going down to Augusta, Georgia is that I've been there before because I have relatives that live down there. Okay. So I kind of grew up down there. I want to say during my summer times because my grandfather's down there. So gotcha. I was familiar with the area, but it's so much different when you actually live there full time. Mm-hmm. So I did love that, even though when it was the winter months, it wasn't freezing cold. Mm-hmm. So it would still be kind of nice. You just need a good old jacket with you. I enjoyed the people that I met there. I'm still very, very close with a lot of people I worked with at that station to a point. I'm still texting, calling them, saying, hey, we're going to jump on a FaceTime. So those relationships I hold really dear to myself. And I also discovered being down there, how much I grew as a person, not just as an employee, but just in general. So I felt a new, improved version of me when I came back here. And all those, I guess I want to say everything that I learned down there, I'm just looking forward to bringing here as well. So
yeah, that's awesome. So tell me what you enjoy about news. What drew you to becoming a producer?
I guess like always being like in the know of things.
Yes.
Like low-key kind of
like,
being
we're
nosy.
all a little nosy.
Like,
yeah.
oh, really? What's
Who
the
said
tea?
that?
Tell
Where you
me.
been?
Like,
Yeah.
who said that? When and how? And I'm just like, what? That's what happens. So just being in the known of knowing things, and then on top of that, just like it's always changing. It's not the same. So you kind of like always have to be on your feet. And I just love like who you meet as well, being in this industry. And then like my favorite thing as a producer is just boothing.
Yes.
I love it. Okay. Even though you're doing like 10,000 things at once, I'm just like, it's fun. It's like
a high.
It is.
Like, not to sound crazy, but
the adrenaline is
yes.
for real. I'm just like, even though I'm panicking, I'm like, I love this. Yes. This is so great. So.
And I'm not like an adrenaline junkie. Like, that is not something I'm normally drawn to. You'll never find me on a roller coaster. You'll never catch me bungee jumping. But like, it's like a controlled risk.
Yeah.
Is what it kind of feels like.
When I was younger, I used to love roller coasters. Like, I was all for it. I would be like, all right, what's the next ride? But as I got older, I'm just like, no. So I feel like this is like the next best thing. I still get like that rush that you typically would get on a roller coaster.
Yes. I will never forget. I brought my fiance and my sister in like a couple months into me working here because I was like, all right, like I've got it down enough that it won't be so embarrassing if I mess up in this booth and show people.
Right.
And I wanted them to come see what I do. And so I brought them in, and my fiance was like instantly just like overstimulated. He like backed himself up into a corner and was like in the fetal position, and I was like, Alfred, you okay?
Like, do you need some water? Do you need a hug?
I'm not okay. This is too much. So it can be a lot for some people. But you do grow to love it.
You do. And like to count, or not really count on that, but to like piggyback off of that, when I was in Georgia, my mom would come down and visit me, and there would be times where I'm like, hey, do you want to go to the station? And you could kind of like see me in the booth and see what I did. Like, unfortunately, we weren't able to air the show because of sports. Not hating on sports. And so, but just like us getting ready to do the show, she's just watching me do this, that, and the other, and, you know, talking to the director. She's like, we're not even in the show. You have to do all these things. So I'm just like, do all of what?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Like, what do you mean? This is just like a chill day and stuff like that. She's just like, but it's so much stuff. And I'm just like, but that's the fun part. Like, that's like what we love to do. And she was just in complete awe. She's just like, this is truly amazing. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
So just like, high five.
My sister kind of had the same reaction because we had like breaking news that day, and I don't remember what it was, but I was at my desk and I was just like da 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 da, da talking to them, telling them what I was doing, and then we got an email and I was like, oh, we got to put breaking news in, and I called my director and I was like, breaking news at the top, and I hung up, and then my sister was like, oh, that was cool. I was like, oh, really? Like,
just a normal day for us here. But
yeah. So it's always fun to kind of share that with people and get to show them. For the people who don't understand, I say this all the time, but I get questions every time when I'm like, oh, I'm a producer for like local news. They're like, oh, what? Like, so you're in front of the camera? Like, no. I'm in the back. So aside from news, what do you enjoy doing?
Oh my goodness. Really, I try not to be, but I'm like kind of low-key turning into a homebody. I try really not
Girl,
to.
I love staying at home. I love being at home.
There's just something about it. I just love, having me time. And what I mean by me time is just like listening to my music, watching something on television, or just simply like exercising. And even though I haven't been to the gym lately, like I still like walk around where I live and just kind of like taking in the weather right now, because it's still gorgeous outside.
Yes.
Because before we know it, it's going to be freezing cold and I ain't going out there. So, but yeah, I just enjoy just having like, downtime. And, when I can, I have a best friend who lives out in Williamsburg. So either I'll go out there and visit her, or she'll come to me and we'll just hang out. We'll joke around. We'll watch something on TV. And then I'll be like, why are you getting me to watch this? I'm so mad right now. She's just like, I'm spicing up your life. And I'm like, no.
Yes. So what are you watching?
Okay. So she got me hooked, and like, I'm going to call her out on this. She got me hooked on The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Okay.
And the first 2 seasons, I'm just like, okay, everybody's going through it. But this last season, I just wanted to chuck something at my television.
Oh, yeah.
Almost every single week. And I would text her. I'd be like, you see what you did? This is you right here. She's just like, and you're going to keep on watching it. I'm like, whatever.
That's great. I read the book when I was younger, and I haven't watched yet.
Okay.
But maybe I will.
I recommend it, but you might get mad at me and be like, Jalissa, what have you done? And I'm just like, I didn't want to go through this alone.
We just started becoming friends, Like, we can't do that this early on.
And then like another show I'm looking forward to that's coming back is The Rookie. So just
The Rookie.
The Rookie.
What is that?
Okay, so basically It's about like this older cop that moved from, I want to say, well, he was from the East Coast and he moved to LA because he like, you know, he just wanted to be a cop and change his career around, and people kind of bully him for it. But after a while, you learn to love him. But that's just kind of thing. And so it's just about him just changing careers, because I think he entered the force at 40 and everybody's giving him a hard time for it. But like, again, you learn to love him, but then you learn to love like all the other like characters in the show and stuff like that. So LA cops seeing all sorts of LA things.
Gotcha.
That's like the best way to like describe it. But
Gotcha.
highly recommend. It's a good show. I think they're going on
It's lighthearted and funny.
It's funny. Like there's some like sadness here and there. And then I'm looking at my friend that told me about The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm like, you did it again. What are we doing? She's like, but you love it though, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. So they're going on season 8 in January. So I'm looking forward to that.
Amazing. So. My fiance and I are on like a thriller movie kick.
So what have y'all been watching lately?
So we watched The Strangers, chapter 1, which I think just came out. Yeah, it was fine. Okay. I think a new one's coming out, and I'm not tied to it.
I need like a new movie to go see, because the last time I saw a movie was Sinners, and that was over the summer.
Oh my gosh, and it was so good.
It was so good,
so good. Yes, we were on a kick for a while. He loves movies. Okay, and I like a movie, but like I don't want. That's not like what I plan to do during my day. Like he'll like plan his day around, I want to watch at least one movie. Right. And I'm like, okay, but I want to like go on a walk, bake bread, and then read a book. Yeah. And he's like, okay, you could do that.
But we're still gonna watch a movie.
Yeah. So we saw Sinners, we saw Superman, we saw Ballerina. Okay. What else did we see? Oh, we just watched Weapons. Okay. Which is another scary movie. Okay. The girl from, I'm so bad at, I don't know people's names.
All good.
Have you seen Ozark?
I've seen like commercials and promos for it.
Okay, it's the blonde, curly headed. You know what? We have Google.
Right, but I think I know who you're talking about. Wait, wasn't she like the same girl that was in?
She's been in a lot of movies lately. Julia Garner.
Yes. Yes, I'm trying to like picture the face though.
You know, I'm gonna pull it up in my browser.
Okay, let's see.
There she is.
Yes. Oh wait, wasn't she in?
This is her with her curly hair.
She was in that show where she played. Oh my God, was she like Chasing Anna or something like that on Netflix?
Yes, she was Anna.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, I do not have time for this.
Yes.
I do not have time for you. So yes. Okay.
Yes.
Love that show.
She's
that
in
was
it.
Good.
She's great in it. It's a really creepy movie. It gave me nightmares. I don't like scary movies.
She's really good at accents.
She is.
Yeah, like she's on point with that.
She's done all the accents.
All the things.
So we watched that recently. That was fine. Another movie called Black Box that kind of felt like a generic brand. Get Out.
Ooh, okay.
So it was fine. That was fine too. But we just like find something on like HBO Max or Prime that's like free and just try it. Yeah. And that's what we've been doing lately.
Another thing I like to watch is like documentaries, but like
me too.
True crime documentaries.
Yes.
And
me
like
too.
my mom's
Did you watch Unknown Number?
Not yet. I need to.
Jalissa.
I need to. Okay. I need to.
It's so good.
Okay. Yeah. Because like I'm slacking a little bit, so I'm like, all right, I need to get back on it. But yes, you will find me watching a true crime something.
Me too.
Anywhere.
Me too.
Yeah. My mom's like, are you not tired of that? I'm like, as I'm eating popcorn, like, no.
And it's,
like, what?
This one is not true crime, but it's like a 3-part documentary on Netflix about the mission to kill Osama bin Laden after 9/11.
Okay.
So good, so interesting. They talk to one of the SEAL Team 6 like members who either fired the shot that killed him or he was very close to the person who fired the shot that killed him. And it will make you like screech like an eagle for the USA. I was like, holy cow, these people like, you don't realize how much skill they have because you don't see them at work. Right. They're secret, you know?
Yeah.
And so they show like body camera footage. Like they were so, it just blew me away. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so beyond what I can like fathom. Right. You know?
So go back.
So highly recommend.
Number. Wait, let me think. Because I probably forgot the name of the title. Is that the one with the mom?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I saw it. Oh,
you did see it?
I did see it. Okay. I forgot the title of it, but now that I think about it, I'm like, wait. Is that the one with the mom?
And we won't spoil it, but just know.
Just know. Yeah.
The mom.
It was the mom. Sorry. Yeah. But yeah, that was absolutely wild.
Yes. So my jaw on the floor.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit back to news, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
Tell me a little bit about some of the things you enjoy covering as a producer. Like, if you had to describe your style, how are you producing a show?
Oh my goodness. Well, going back to, I want to say some of my favorite moments would be finding stories that were like a talker. So like some good kickers. I'll never forget. This was probably like almost 2 years ago. I was producing the 4 o'clock down in Georgia, and the kicker was, I guess, like the top like slang words of the year.
I did that too.
Yeah,
it was so good.
It was so good because we didn't think my anchor was actually going to say it, because he was going down the list and he was like asking like the meteorologist. He's like, "Wait, what's bussin'? What does that mean?" And then he like busts out laughing. He's just like, "It just means something's really good." And we're just like, "Is he going to say it on air?" And he said it with so much confidence, and he like did a head nod. She's like, "Yeah, that was bussin'." With a head nod, and I'm just like, "This is the best day ever." And then even my news director, she came and she's just like, "Was a good story." I'm just like, yes. So I love like awesome. Kickers that like literally get people talking, and they like, you hear even like the newsroom like yelling with laughter and stuff like that. So stuff that like really gets people involved. I absolutely love those. Just good stuff. As for like my producer style, I mean, I definitely like to find stories that either get people thinking or have them saying, "Wait, what?" But like, I'm going to need you to like go over that again. Like, what just happened? So just like that kind of like shock moment, but also having people really think and creating conversations. Because when I tell people what I do and then they'll ask me about certain stories, I love like connecting with them, being like, well, this is like, you know, my perspective of it. And then also hearing like the viewer's perspective of it as well. So,
yeah. And I think since we don't have the opportunity to like be the anchor and have the conversation, we have such great talent here that is willing to say, "Oh, I didn't think about it that way. Let's talk and let's dig deeper into it." I know during the 9, when we're able to like have a conversation about something that is meaningful, you can just see the passion in people. And when they want to talk about something, when something is meaningful to them, like I know Autumn is very into music. Delaney is very into her dog and to like community events, and she's having a baby soon. So like things about family, just to hear people get excited about that and you're like, oh, I gave them that opportunity. You know, it's really meaningful and it's fun because you kind of feel like in a way that you're a part of it. Even though you're not out there with them talking about it. But like, you know
what they like. So you're just like, you know what? I think they're going to enjoy this. And then you kind of like have fun writing it, and then you kind of include them in like, hey, is this something you would say? So no, I definitely that's like a great way to get to know your anchors as well, because you're just like, okay, I know for a fact they're going to love this story. So most definitely.
So what do you think that you're going to like challenge yourself with while you're here? I know you came from another station, so you kind of have the foundation of producing under your belt. You're good. So how are you challenging yourself?
It's just kind of like getting back into the rhythm of things, because I took a year like off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, you know, because you know this, you know how it is. Sometimes it can get a lot, and you just need to like take a break. And I felt like I was getting like a little rundown. I'm like, all right, let me just take a beat for a little bit and see where I want to go from here. So now it's just like remembering everything. And I was talking to Jessica, our EP, and she's just like, it's just like riding a bike. Because like as I'm doing things, I'm like, oh, I remember how to do it, but I'm trying not to second guess myself so much. Because even Katie had me like writing scripts yesterday. I'm just like, I think this sounds great, but I don't know. And then she's just like, it's fine. What are you talking about? I'm just like, okay, I'm sorry. It's been over a year. So, you know, just bear with me. So it's just like, you know, getting back into the rhythm of things. But now I think my biggest challenge would be is writing teases, because that is not my favorite thing to do in the world. And I'm just like, all right, let's see how I can keep the viewers on the edge of their seat. How can I keep pushing myself to do that? So I think that so far is like on my agenda right now.
And teases are those little blurbs at the end of a block of show where we say, coming up next on 8 News or whatever.
Please stick around.
Please, we want you to stick around. I used to hate writing teases too. And I feel like I started just like trying to compete with myself to try and like make it fun. Like, oh, can I get my anchor to laugh? Or can I get someone to say, ooh, I like your words that you chose or something. So that's been, I guess, kind of a hack. If you don't like writing them as much.
Yeah, but like when I was doing them yesterday, I'm just like, oh, wait, I got this. It's not so bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like came to me like this. I'm just like, okay, I got it. Because I'm my biggest critic.
Yes.
I am. I get so much in my head. So if I am competing, I am just competing with myself. I'm just like, all right, so that was yesterday. How can we be better? All right, how can I be better from today and just, on forth and so forth. So it's just,
Yeah. And if you don't mind me asking, what did you do during your year that you took off?
Like the first month or so, I was just trying to chill and also just get back on a decent sleep schedule.
Yes.
And just, kind of catch up with my mom for a little bit, try to catch up with friends that live in the area. So it's just like some nice like R&R.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was just like, okay, but now we need money.
Maybe I need to make a living.
I need money, and then I need to like form a plan, what do I want to do, for the next few years. So I'm just like, all right, I'll work this part-time job for a little bit. And then, now as like time kept going, I'm just like, all right, now I need to get serious. Now I start applying to full-time jobs. And as I'm applying, I came across this posting to be a news producer. Yay. And I'm just like, all right,
here we go.
One more go. I'll give it one more try, because I even had, my friends down Georgia, they're just like, why'd you stop? And I'm just like, I need a break. They're like, but you're good. Get back into it.
I've heard nothing but good things about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, okay. All right. That makes me feel good. So, but they're just like, please get back on it. I even have like a friend, and he lives up in Connecticut, and he's just like, do it. What is your problem? I'm just like, this tough love hurts a little bit. But I'm like, all right, okay. So I gave it a go, and then before I knew it, I was like coming here to shadow you, and I was just like, oh wow, everyone's really nice. This is great. I kind of love it here. I'm like, all right, and so here we are.
Yay!
So yes,
and mental health is so important.
Yeah.
Getting burnt out, I feel like it's like just a constant struggle as a producer to kind of figure out like the right balance. I remember you asked me about work-life balance when you came in. What are you doing to kind of make sure that you are taking care of yourself at the end of the day after you kind of had to say, whoa, I need to pump the brakes, take a step back? What are you going to do?
Well, right now, so, this is a new schedule, new routine. So I'm still trying to like figure things out. But my biggest thing is like sleep.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have enough sleep, I feel like you cannot properly function and you cannot be your best self, not only at work, but just in life in general. So trying to get a decent amount of sleep, trying not to stay up late, doomsday scrolling, because, it gets the best of us.
Yes.
That, and then just also taking me time as well, even if that's not the whole weekend, just like either Saturday or Sunday, just relaxing, listening to my music, again, spending time outside, walking, or just sitting out there enjoying the nice weather. So it's just whatever I feel will just kind of keep me calm.
Yes.
And just go from there. But, we're still learning. I'm still trying to figure out my schedule. But again, really just driving here to home, I'm blasting my music and having the time of my life.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like a best way to kind of like de-stress from the day. I'm just like, I'm about to jam out to some One Direction right now. And it's like living my best life.
Yes.
Like, okay.
Amazing. Yeah. I feel like sleep was something that definitely changed the way I would feel after work when I did start prioritizing it.
Yeah.
Especially because I worked overnights for so long, and you just don't want to sleep your day away when you work overnight. But I found out that that's what worked best for me. Yeah. And so I was nocturnal for a year. Yeah. And I slept from about 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then I was up from 6 until the next morning at 8. And that just worked for me. And it gave me just, I didn't feel defeated when I came in because I'd gotten like almost 9 hours of sleep. Yeah. And I could just kind of tackle the day, even though it was difficult hours. And also just leaning on the people here who get it. Yeah. I feel has been so helpful. I talk to Delaney all the time. I talk to Autumn, Jessica all the time. And they're always like, me too. Yeah. like you know what? Thank you. Yeah. God bless you. Yeah. Because sometimes it can feel so isolating.
It is.
Because you're like, am I the only one who's feeling this? Because especially when you're in it and everyone's just kind of vibing and you're like, is no one else like freaking out right now? Is no one else exhausted? Is no one else stressed? But to just kind of say like, hey, Daniel, you feeling stressed? And for him to be like,
Yeah.
It's like, it's so just refreshing.
Yeah. No,
So,
and I was on that schedule too during like my last stretch at the station. Like, so being like nocturnal.
Yes.
And I even find myself still trying to like get back on a decent sleep schedule because of that. Cause I'm just like, wow, this really had like some side effects for real. And just, you know, finding people to talk to. And it was, I want to say by luck, but I was also thankful for management because they also put my best friend at the station on the same schedule. So like there would be times where like, hey, after our shift, you want to get breakfast? And then after that, we'll go to bed.
Yes. Amazing.
Or then like on Fridays, I'll be like, hey, you want to like come crash at my place and we'll like drink wine, watch movies and chill by the pool or whatever. And she's just like, yes, I'm
absolutely.
on it. I'm just like, but it was so good because it was also nice to have someone to talk to that like understood that. I'm just like, did you sleep? She's like, and I'm just like, same.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you here.
Thank you.
And right now you're working on the 5-ish.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Helping out. And then pretty soon you'll
be on my own.
You'll be on your own. You'll be in it.
Yep. They'll be like, all right, there you go. Have fun.
Yeah. Y'all be sure to watch.
Yes.
It's all Jalissa.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, we'll see you next time.
Okay. Bye.